Hello, this is Logan Stalo with the Never Ready Gamers, and I got another video for you. It's a Pokemon battle. If you look right up here, yeah, about right here, it'll tell you what it is. It was a pretty good match. I'm really happy how it turned out. And I also wanted to let you know that at McNarb's we're doing a Memorial Day event. So on Memorial Day, that'd be a Monday. The shop will be open, and there'll be burgers, there'll be hot dogs, and some events. So come check it out. Look it up. I'll probably have all the links down below so you can read it and click it. This is awkward. Enjoy the video. Welcome back to another Pokemon match. This time we have Lycanroc GX against Umbreon GX. Umbreon GX is going to be played by Alex on the left, Lycanroc by Eileen on the right. They've already got their setup going. Alex is going to have one on the bench, one in the active. Seeing who goes first. And Eileen, too, is going to have one in the active and one on the bench. This is a really good matchup. It's not a one-sided fight. They're both going to have to really fight hard for this one. All right, so Alex is going to have a Wobbuffet in his active and an Evolution Eevee in the back. Eileen's going to have Carbink up front with an Eevee in the back. Two different types of Eevees. Alex is going for the Eevee that evolves once you put an energy on it into a Pokemon that it evolves with that same energy. So he's going to go and get Tauros with an Ultra Ball. The Wobbuffet does shut off that ability as long as it's in the active slot. No, yes. Yes. So he's going to put a Darkness Energy on Tauros and pass turn. Eileen is going to level ball, probably for a Rock Ruff. Got to get that Lycanroc line started pretty soon. Definitely got to keep up the pressure. So, Lycanroc is a really good card. It came in a special promo box, so you have to buy the box to get the Lycanroc GX until something else comes out. All right, so she's going to put a Float Stone on Carbink and an Energy on that little Rock Ruff, and then she's going to end both of them. So they're going to shuffle their hands into their decks, draw 6, see what kind of fresh nonsense that they can muster. End's always a really good it's always a really good disturbing card. Once people have a good hand, they like to keep their hand, so you can kind of tell whether or not they had a good hand just by what their face looks like once you drop that in. Alright, so Eileen's going to Trainer's Mail. Look at the top 4, see what she gets. And she's going to grab an Ultra Ball out of that. Ultra Balls are always good. I mean, you do have to discard 2 cards to use it, but you go and get any Pokemon that you want. And quite frankly, a lot of times you want certain things in... You do want certain things in your discard pile. Alex is going to drop a Darkness Energy onto the Eevee. Wobbuffet shuts off the ability, but Alex already had the Umbreon GX in hand, so that's not really much of an issue. Eileen's just checking the text. You know, it's not a bad thing. Wobbuffet just shuts off a lot of setup abilities, specifically Shaman Setup, Hoopa, probably just anything you don't, any abilities you don't want happening. So he's going to Crushing Hammer the Strong Energy on the Lycanroc in the back. And that's fine. Eileen's running the Carbink and Carbink Break. She's not running Carbink because of his EX ability. The meta's changed. EXs aren't coming back in any full force or any meaningful way. Not that I see anyways. Alright, so Alex is grabbing a Float Stone from that Trainer's Mail. What she's going to use Carbink for is his Break ability, where it just recycles discarded energies back onto your Pokemon. So no matter what, as long as you get 1 energy on that Carbink Break, you can recycle 2 fighting energy back onto your bench. All right, so he's going to put that Floatstone on Wobbuffet, switch out with Umbreon GX, and Umbreon GX is going to use Strafe and switch right back. Good little combo, keeps Umbreon out of the way, and Wobbuffet up front. Yeah, just shutting off abilities. Shutting off abilities as much as it can. Alright, so Lycanroc GX makes it onto the field. Eileen's going to Ultra Ball. Let's see what she grabs for that Ultra Ball. Gonna go get that Carbink break and gonna try and start loading things up, get that strong energy back. But she still needs an energy to start swinging with it. Carbink Break's attack only does 20 damage, but like I said, it gets 2 energy back. It's really good. Bumps its HP up to 110. Alright, she's going to go get another Rockruff. Going to go get that with a Level Ball. Level Ball comes in really handy. Level Ball can go get her Eevees. It can go get her Rockruffs. It can go get her Carbinks. Whatever she really needs, she can go get with a Level Ball. Alright, so there's one Darkness Energy already on that Tauros, and it looks like Alex is going to go get 2 Darkness Energy. Now, he's already got 1. And, we've seen... Alright, so he's passing through a few more. What he's doing is he's just checking to see what's prized in those 6 cards. It's a really good habit to get into as a player, just so you're not really surprised once you get later in the game and wondering where that last Lysander is, where that last Sycamore is. You can kind of plan your game around those 6 cards that are gone. Alright, so he is going to put another energy on Tauros. All of his attacks take 2 energy. All of them. It could be double colorless, any other color, doesn't matter. The first one's going to be 60 damage, then 20 damage for each damage on him, and then his GX is 30 damage for each damage on him. So he's a really good counterpuncher. He's going to Lysander out the Rockruff, put the Tauros up front, and knock it out with a clean 60 and take the first prize card of the game. So Alex draws first blood. Eileen's not happy. Just killed her Rockruff. Oh, man. So he's going to put an energy on Carbink Break. And she's going to... Yeah, she's Sycamored. Only had to discard 1 card for a clean 7 hand. Alright, gonna put a Floatstone on that Eevee back there. Gonna put down another Carbink. And she's got another Level Ball, so she's probably going to go get a Rockruff to replace the one Alex just blew up. That pressure, like, this deck can put a lot of pressure on people. Especially when Lycanroc starts really rolling. It's really good because you're doing only 30 damage. But not only that, she's got strong energies, which adds 20. And then it's just discarding energy. So it's a really good, cheap, constant attack. And she's going to swing at him, do 20 damage. Unless Tauros has weakness, then she's going to do 40 damage. Alex draws his card. Okay, yeah, he does have a weakness. Okay. Going to put Zoru on the bench. Let's see what else he's going to do. Alright, just going to drop an energy on it and probably swing for 60 with Tauros. Unless he wants to do something else. Alright, so he's just going to swing for 60 and Eileen's going to draw her card. Alright. Okay, so she's gonna straight away end. Doesn't look like she was gonna be able to do much with that hand, so just get rid of it. Get a 6-card hand. Well, Alex is gonna have to take a 5-card hand because, well, he's already taken a prize card. So he has to suffer a little bit that one. Alright, another Lycanroc on the field. She's just deepening her bench. Just in case one Lycanroc goes down, she could put down another. Puts an energy down on Lycanroc. And she's going to Super Rod a Lycanroc GX and a Rockruff. Put that back into her deck. Really good thing to do. Now she's got that Floatstone on Carbink, so she could start swinging with Lycanroc. Looks like she's got 2 energies on it, but yeah. Nope, she's just going to keep swinging with Carbink. Carbink seems to be doing a pretty good job just taking hits and dishing them back to Tauros. I think she's worried about the Tauros counterattack. Alright, so he's going to evolve Zoro into Zoroark. And he's going to put a Floatstone on Zoroark. That's a really good way to run Zoroark, because he can just jump in, save the Pokemon in the active slot, and retreat back. Looks like he's going to Enhance Hammer that strong energy again. That's the second time he's killed that strong energy. But again, Carbink Break just recycles. So it's really fighting an uphill battle with that. He's going to whiff on the Trainer's Mail. Either he didn't see anything he liked, or he didn't have anything there. So if he didn't have any Trainer's card, then just got to shuffle it back. Checking his discard pile. Also another really good habit to get into, quite frankly. You can kind of forget what you've played, how many you've played, so on and so forth. Alright, so Tauros is going to knock out Carbink Break, take another card. So Alex has 4 prize cards left. Eileen still has 6. Game's not over yet, folks. Alright, so Lycanroc now has 2 energy on it. Can start swinging for 30. Start discarding energies, making it really hard for Tauros to swing back. It's only going to take 1 energy to do it, but it's still a hassle. It's still energy loss, and nobody likes losing energy. Alright, so Alex is going to end 2. He's going to take 4 cards. She's going to take 6. Not a bad trade-off for her. End can kind of be a liability once you start getting later in the game, once you've taken so many prize cards. Alright, doesn't look like Alex got any energies off that one. But he's got an Eevee. He's got a Crushing Hammer, so heads or tails, let's see. That's a heads, so he's going to take another energy off of Lycanroc. Oh, that is such a hassle. So we'll see. What else has he got? Okay, he's got a VS Seeker, so he's going to pick that in right back up, put it in his hand, and pass turn. Let's see. Eileen's going to Ultra Ball. What's she going to discard? She's going to take away a Pokemon Center Lady and an N. Drop those into the discard pile. And she's going to go in and get something. Probably a Carbink Break so she can start recycling again. There we go. That Carbink Break is so useful. Even in a fight where you're not going up against EXs, 110 isn't bad. Okay, drops down to Silent Lab, so Wobbuffet's ability is no longer functioning. Basic Pokemon's abilities don't function. Interesting note, Carbink Break's ability is now fully functional because it's no longer a basic evolution. She's going to discard the energy to retreat Lycanroc and put Carbink Break up front. Looks like she's going to Sycamore for a fresh 7 hand. Probably going to get an energy. Likelihood is. And just start recycling again. Yep, that's exactly what she's going to do. She's going to start putting energy back onto her bench with Carbink Break and hitting Tauros in the face. Knocks Tauros out. She gets to take 2 prize cards, evens it up. So she's taking energy cards out of her discard pile. It looks like she's going to grab a strong energy and a basic fighting energy. Carbink Break allows you to take fighting energy, not just basics. So that's really helpful. Takes 2 cards, puts those on her Lycanroc, and Alex puts up Umbreon GX. Looks like he's end, which means those 2 prize cards Eileen just picked up are going back into the deck, and they're both going to draw 4. Like, this is a pretty head-on fight. It's definitely not one-sided. This is a match. So he's going to put on a double colorless energy, and which will let him start swinging up front and splash damage in the back. I believe it's 90 up front, 30 in the back. All right, so he's going to... Okay, that looks like a Nest Ball, and that's an Evital EX. So Carbink's ability is not completely useless with this, but that's fine. All right, so he's going to drop a Vaporeon on that Eevee. Now every one of his Stage 1 evolutions are water types as well. Eileen plays Eevees for the same purpose. She'll have Vaporeon, Jolteon, and Flareon just to give all of her Stage 1s that extra bit of possible weakness damage. Vaporeon's not going to help here at all because all of her fighting Pokemon are going to be weak against grass. So if he was running a Vespiquen build with the Eevee weakness, then okay. But right now it's just darkness. It's going to be darkness and water at this point. All right, so she's going to retreat. Going to put Carbink in the back. Put Lycanroc right up front. And she's going to start detaching energies. And this fight's going to get a little rough. You can only have 4 DCEs. So once she starts discarding them, he's going to have to dig for them. I can't believe it. It discards any energy? Yep, it discards any energy. So good. And it's going to deal 50 damage since it has a strong energy on it. As of this point, that attack is a 4-shot for Umbreon GX, but the big deal is it's going to discard energies. And he's going to recycle that back in. That way he has a better chance of drawing it. Hopefully get it back in. Maybe top decks it. I don't know. But it's better in the deck than it is in the discard pile. So he might just strafe, get it out of the way, and put Wobbuffet up front. Nope, he's going to go for a Crushing Hammer. Empty out his entire hand. And again, discards a strong energy. That strong energy just can't stay alive. So he's going to strafe. He's going to swing with Wobbuffet. Or he's going to put Wobbuffet back into play. Alex has no hand now. All right, that's an Ultra Ball. And what is she going to go get? She's going to go get another Rockruff. Alex is in top deck mode, which is not a good place to be. Eileen's got plenty of resources, plenty of ways to start putting things back. All right, so she's retreating the Lycanroc. She probably has an energy in hand to start recycling again. Nope, she's going to Lysander. That Vaporeon's only got 90 HP, but Eileen's not going to attack. She doesn't have an energy in hand. So he top decks a VS Seeker, which means whatever supporters he's used, he can use again, and that is wonderful for him. I don't think he's Sycamored yet. I think he's only End. So he's going to End. Make Eileen shuffle her hand back in. They're both going to draw 4 cards from that. Yeah, so Alex gives his deck a quick shuffle. It does say shuffle your hand, even if you don't have a hand. I think you still have to shuffle it and draw up to your prize cards. So they're both going to draw 4. Eileen's just organizing all those energies that are in the discard pile. That's okay. She's got something that can recycle it. It's not a bad deal. So doesn't look like Alex got anything super useful. Eileen's turn. She's got a strong energy on her card being break. So she's going to start swinging for 40 and putting 2 energy back onto the bench. There's a pattern here. She can just discard She can just discard energies, put them back into play. Alice can discard energies. She's going to put them back into play. This is a war of attrition. All right, so she's going to bring up Umbreon GX, and she's going to hit it in the face. And she's going to put 2 energies back onto Lycanroc. Yeah, she's going to put 2 energies onto the Lycanroc that hasn't been damaged. And deal 40 damage to Umbreon. Alright, so... Oof. Gonna Team Flare Grunt that energy away. There's a lot of energy removal in Alex's deck, but Eileen's doing a 2... For every energy he can get away with, that he can get off the board, she can put 2 right back on. Alright, so we're gonna knock out Carbink Break. I don't think she minds. Put Lycanroc right up front. Start swinging. She too is going to VS Seeker, probably for a Sycamore. Nope, Lysander. Hey, she's going to Lysander something up. What's she going to Oh. That Umbreon's just going to get knocked out, and he's going to put it... Yeah. So she's going to draw 2 cards. Umbreon's off the field now. And now we got Zoroark in the active slot. Zoroark's going to do damage equal to... It's going to do a certain amount of damage depending on your opponent's bench, which is really good, and it was really good during the time of Mega Rayquaza, where you had an 8-slot bench, and Mega Rayquaza had to fill it to kill things. So Zoroark was a really good counter to that, a really cheap counter to that. Cheap, I mean by prize card count, because they're fairly expensive. I think about $3 or $4 card now. All right, so here comes the Lysander. Gonna get that Lycanroc off the field. Gotta get it away. Probably... Okay, gonna put that Carbink up there. Nope, Rockruff. That's a Rockruff. My bad. And he's gonna Mind Jacket for death. Lycanroc's back on the active slot. Just keep killing her rock roughs, and she's just gonna murder you. Like, that girl loves dogs. And I believe that's another strong energy. So she's probably got the knockout on this Zoroark. Alright. Getting rid of the stadium. Getting rid of her own stadium. So she's going to discard a fighting energy to draw 2 cards. You can do that once per turn. Both players can. If you've got fighting or fire energy to discard, it's the job for you. Let's see. She's got a pretty high discard pile right there. So does Alex. And what she's waiting on. Just checking her discard pile. And she's going to VS Seeker. She's organizing her discard pile. Okay, just taking a look at Zoroark here. Gonna go ahead and just knock him out. Take a prize card. She has 1 left. Alex has 2 left. Alex needs to knock out something. Alex needs to knock out a Lycanroc GX. That's really what's going to save him at this point. All right, so he's going to Nest Ball for something. Let's see what he gets. He doesn't have any more attackers. Okay, he's going to get an Eevee out. Wobbuffet's ability is back in play. He can't use the evolution ability. He's going to go for another Crushing Hammer. See if he can get it. He is just hitting these Crushing Hammers. And he's going to get rid of a strong energy. I mean, she could still hit for 30. She can still hit for damage and discard, but it's 20 less damage. He's going to Sycamore. Get a hand of 7. Hopefully he's got something usable there. And he's going to put a DCE on the Evital EX. Then he's going to Super Rod and just get some resources back into his deck. Trying to see what he has left, what he needs. He's got a Tauros, Energy, probably an Umbreon. No. I think he's got plenty of Umbreon. No, okay. I don't know how many he runs. But he is running out of resources. He's running out of ways to fight back. So he's got to do something. He's got to get an attacker on the field. So he's got Evital. He could just switch out with Wobbuffet and start swinging with Evital, which is probably what he should do. But it's a tough call considering she only needs 1 prize card to win. Alright, he's going to VS Seeker. He's looking at a few options. Lysander, Team Flare Grunt. He could Sycamore again. Okay, he's going to go with the Lysander. But he's already Sycamored, so that's not until next turn. He's going to switch out and pass. With only 3 energy. Okay, so she has 3 energy. I believe she technically has the knockout here. All right, so she's gonna put a float stone on Carbink. She's going to Sycamore. Let's see what she grabs. I think she has a Lysander in hand. She's got a flare. She's gonna grab Flare Grunt from the discard pile. I mean, she has. Okay. She's gonna discard the DCE, and she really just kind of checking to see what she has, what she can do. She hasn't used her GX move yet. So that would be knockout. If she uses her GX, that's knockout. Alex was nice enough to tell her that. But yeah, Eileen has the game. That's knockout on Evital EX. That's 200 damage. Just boom. And that's the end of that. It was a really good fight. It wasn't one-sided at all. These are the types of games you really like to play, that you really like to watch. I know a match where basically one player playing solitaire is not something you want to deal with, but you know, it happens, and then you get these games like this. So, hope you enjoyed the video. Like, share, comment, subscribe for me. It really helps. I want to get the word out.